Hello and welcome back.
Hi everybody, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, welcome to 2020.
2020.
I am Scott Atwood and this is 2020.
And I'm Michelle Atwood and it's also 2020.
I want to be like the Barbara Walters.
Yeah, I know what you're getting at.
I know,
I'm
it
still
didn't
really
work.
off-centered, by the way.
Switch over.
It's like he's got, you have too much counter.
Well, because I need the computer space.
Okay, never mind. We're just going to do it just like this.
Yeah, like a foot and a half here.
Hi.
Hello.
I hope you guys all had a wonderful holiday season. We did. It went by really, really fast, but we are...
I didn't intro the show yet.
I know, I was about to lead into that,
Oh, okay.
but thank
Sorry,
you.
I thought that's what you were doing. Sorry.
But I'll just stop talking, so let him do the intro. Go ahead.
I thought you wanted me to do that first. Okay.
Okay.
Hello, welcome to TMSM Weekly Live, show number 73 for January 6th, 2020. I am Scott Atwood.
I'm Michelle Atwood.
Okay, now you can continue.
Now I can talk. Okay, anyway, so Christmas, New Year's, all that good stuff went by so fast. We went to Michigan for 8 days.
Yeah, 8 days. Yeah.
8 days.
2 on the road.
Yeah, 2 on the road. So we spent our holiday up north, and then we came home in time to do New Year's Eve at Disney, which was Epcot, which we're going to talk about that later. But I wanted to talk about 2 kind of exciting things at the beginning of the show instead of towards the end of the show, while we have your attention before you start to drift off or get tired or bored.
Not that you all drift off.
Not that we're boring or you get tired or anything. But I'm really excited. Actually, I just got home. I got home and changed my clothes, and I didn't get to eat anything or anything. Just came and sat in this chair, and here we are.
So we are not prepared.
Not at all.
We did not prep because we didn't have time to prep.
Not at all. And we started our crappy diet today, so we're testy. But we're going to do our very best to bring you a good show, right?
Right.
Right. Okay, so the exciting things. Are you guys ready for exciting things? So you want to talk about the first one?
Okay, so if you missed the announcement this week, we did announce the next TMSM LOL. What the heck word was that? It's been a long 3 weeks. Anyway, TMSM LOL Live on Location has been moved. It will not be at Old Town. Moving forward, we have moved it to Disney Springs.
Yay!
We reached out, or Michelle did, she reached out to our Disney Springs contacts. They talked to all the different properties at Disney Springs. They talked to the vice president of Disney Springs to get his sign off, our Disney media reps to get their sign off. Everybody agreed, and they want to do the show in Disney Springs. So on January 26th, Michelle, Panda, and Cindy and I will be at Maria and Enzo's. Door's gonna open at 3:30. Show will begin promptly at 4 till about 5, and then we'll have about an hour for photos or talking or whatever you want to after that.
Yes, so you're going to want, there's an event tab on the Main Street Mouse on our Facebook page that it's different. Like Old Town, we had more room as far as space for seating. At Disney Springs, it depends on which location that we're at, because it won't be at the same place every month.
No.
So we're doing Maria and Enzo's first, and they have capacity of about 64. So and that includes, it's got to include us as well.
Right.
So don't wait on getting your tickets, because moving our live show to Disney Springs is a big deal. We're the first ones who have done anything like this. Disney Springs is really excited to have us.
Yep.
So we just need you guys to come and support and show up.
So to get tickets, if you go to the mainstreetmouse.com website, you should see, I think it's the second ad down on the right bar will be the TMSM LOL banner. If you click on that, it'll take you to Eventbrite where you can get tickets. Mm-hmm. We did have to, due to some circumstances, we had to charge a small fee. And that fee is just most likely to
make sure
say
people,
you're going to show up.
because we only have a small amount, the $5 fee is to make sure that you do get, keep your seat, but you also get entered into a raffle.
I was going to say, you don't only get the great show for $5, which is a steal.
Yes.
But you also get entry into the raffle, which if you've seen the raffle baskets the last few months, they've been pretty big and they're well worth more.
They are
than
big
$5.
baskets full of Disney merchandise, Disney Parks merchandise. So it is a great prize to win. Yep. You will be able to order snacks and drinks or whatever you want from Maria and Enzo's. Yep. They are blocking off one of their rooms just for us. We have big plans coming for all of these things, and we just got to kick it off big is what I'm hoping.
Right, and we have a lot of the other properties already talking to Michelle. They all reached out to her. I told her it was kind of like college recruiting. They're trying to sell their properties to us to get us to bring the show there. So lots of big plans for 2020 with the show.
Yeah, there are multiple locations at Disney Springs interested in hosting us. So how before it was our show was at Old Town, it was the same every month. We may have the opportunity to try different locations at the Springs, but having it at Disney Springs is a huge deal for us. Plus, it's great for the people that come and see us because there's going to be no issues with parking at this one.
Nope.
If
you're on property, you don't have a car.
If you are on property, you can just take a bus or whichever to come and see us at the Springs. The location is better. It's going to be more convenient for people. Plus, if you want to hang around Disney Springs and walk around afterwards, you can.
Or get something to eat or whatever.
Yeah.
Maria and Enzo will have wait staff though in the room taking care of everybody. So that's why we're opening the doors at 3:30. So if you want to get there and get a snack and get something to drink, please try to get there about 3:30 because we want to start the show as quickly as we can at 4 o'clock. Just because we don't want to tie people up longer than need be. So, and we do only have the room for so long. So the show will be from 4 to 5 with Cindy, John, and Michelle. And it should be a great time. I think it's going to be awesome.
And I have a conference call with Maria and Enzo's tomorrow, so we will fine-tune everything, and as soon as I get more details, I will let you know. But please go to our event tab and get your tickets because there are not as many available this time.
About half of them are already gone. So
yes.
If you haven't gotten them, you do want to jump out there and get them. Like Michelle said, they only had space for 64, but there's 9 of us total, so that only got 55 tickets available. If by some chance, though, somebody does purchase a ticket and they're unable to make it and they release it, we will release those back into the pool, and then Michelle will make an announcement on Facebook or Instagram or wherever to let everybody know that seats do become. And I do believe that we have it set up to where if we do sell out, you can sign up for a standby.
Yeah.
And then the first person in standby will be notified if the ticket becomes available.
So we are ready to rock the house at Maria and Enzo's at Disney Springs. This is such an amazing opportunity for us. We are so excited to work with Disney Springs, and we really hope that this is just the beginning of wonderful things that we can bring you in 2020.
Lots of big plans. We've been talking to a lot of people lately, and just some really good things going on.
So stay tuned. Yes.
It's only January.
It's only January, so. Okay, so why am I all hyped up right now? Well, more hyped than usual.
She's hyped up like a kid on Halloween.
Do you want to know? Okay, so I just got back, like literally just got back a half hour ago from Disney Springs. Speaking of Disney Springs, and I couldn't tell anybody where I was going because there's a little like embargo type of thing that there's some things that I get invited to that we're not allowed to speak of until after.
And sometimes it's because they only invite a couple outlets, and in this case, very, very few outlets. So that's why it should be
very few. Okay, so where I just was at. I was able to go inside the new Cirque du Soleil building at Disney Springs. The new show starts. There's going to be soft opening at the end of March. The official world premiere is mid-April. The show is called Drawn to Life. All right, we're just going to talk real like we do. Wasn't sure about how I was feeling about a Cirque show at the Springs. I didn't, when I've read the press releases that they've sent, of course, you can kind of get an idea of what something's going to be by reading it. But when you see it, I am so excited.
She doesn't get excited about Cirque du Soleil. I've seen a couple of the shows in Vegas. She's never seen one. So I was excited for it to begin with, but now she is even more excited than I think I ever was.
I think I got home, I've only been home a half hour, and I've been like running my mouth because, so the whole thing, it was me, so they have, see, I'm just,
I know, she got home and she's trying to tell me, we don't have time to tell me right now, just get ready for the show.
Let me rewind. Okay, so they have a bunch of, they have some podcast and radio stations there doing a promotion on the next couple of days or this weekend, whatever. So I was invited to go in with the radio people, but the radio people and the podcasters were escorted out, and then I got to stay behind and actually talk to the people, the Imagineers that made this show. The man that created the show got to see a costume, and nobody has interviewed these people. And they said that we were the first people that they've spoken to about the show. Ever. Do you know how exciting this is?
Before D23?
Do you know how exciting this is? I felt like I got in the car and I'm like, how did I even get to do that? But the show itself, the stage is an animator's table.
Oh, okay.
So
you're on top of the
You're on top of the table. And they told me what the story is. Do you want to know what the story is? Is that spoiling it?
I think you can give the synopsis of it because that'll be on the website once tickets are
yeah, okay, so I'm gonna say, so if you don't want to know what the story is about, like la 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 for just a few minutes, and if you do want to know, then here we go. Okay, so the story is about a man named Tom. Now Tom is a Disney animator. Go Tom. And he has he's got a daughter. I want to say her name is Judy. She's 12, but Judy is my go-to name when I can never remember somebody's name.
Plus, it was Stupid Judy from
Stupid Judy from Ellen's Attraction. But I want to say her name was Judy, but don't quote me on it. But we're just for namesake, we're gonna call her Judy.
Call her Judy.
Okay, so Tom and Judy, they are father and daughter, and they have this beautiful relationship. And he has taught her to draw, and they almost live in their own world as far as Disney animation. So it's not your typical Cirque show. It is a Disney animation show with fancy Cirque. With
the Cirque touches here and there.
Okay, so do you want to know?
They're not going to answer you. You're just going to tell them.
Okay, so something bad happens to Tom. Right, we just have a moment for Tom.
Like a Disney bad moment?
A bad Disney moment because it's Disney.
Oh, Disney.
Oh, poor Tom. So
just like The Lion King and Cinderella and every childhood show I grew up with. Sorry, Ben.
But here's the good part. So Tom leaves something magical for Judy to find. Since they had this whole beautiful relationship built around Disney animation and characters and things, and I'll just leave it at that. So Judy kind of continues on these magical traditions that her and her father built together. So basically, what I am gathering from this show is that you are going to need Kleenex. Because it sounds...
It's Disney.
When the director of this show was talking about the story, now this is the man that created the story. His name was Michel, just like me, but a man named Michel. And
one L or two O?
Michel? No.
Oh, no, yeah.
Yes. And he is a fascinating storyteller. I could have listened to him forever. But so he created the show, and he is so impassioned about this. And by his storytelling, look at me, I don't get this excited about like shows very
New
often.
Kids on the Block.
Unless it's like New Kids or if like Tom Hiddleston was the star. But this is going to be something completely revolutionary for something that they have at Disney Springs. And I personally cannot wait to see it. And so here's my phone case. Rapunzel. Yes. So I'm going to shut off my feed for a minute because I want to make sure I get the names right to tell you who I spoke with. All right.
Should I show pictures?
Oh yeah, you can show pictures
one?
while I'm talking. Okay, Michael Young was the creative executive at Walt Disney World Imagineering. So that is Michael in the white jacket. He is the Imagineer for the show. Michel Laprise is the one who created the story. Now he is on the other side of me in the gray sweater. Now these two are the ones who basically are the heart and soul, the foundation of the show. And another thing, do you have the picture of the costumes?
Yes.
Okay, this is your first look at the costumes. Now I told you that the show is based around Imagineering and bringing characters to life. And two of these costumes obviously are paintbrushes. So that is pretty darn exciting. And you're not going to see that anywhere else. This is just us, so exciting. Okay, what else you got there?
And then you had the last picture, which was just them with the
costumes.
So you can see the full shot.
So again, that was Michael Young, creative executive at Walt Disney Imagineering, and Michel Laprise, show writer. And I also was able to meet Fabrice Becker and Natalie Woodward, VP of Communications for Disney Parks and Live Entertainment. So anyway, so all these lovely people that I got to meet, all of them saw my phone case. And they all made a comment about said phone case. And something else that made me super excited, they all said to me, you need to make sure that you see this show. I mean, of course I'll cover it for media because Rapunzel is in the show. And
it makes sense. She was the artist of all of them. So of all the princesses and such, she was the one that was an artist and drawing.
Yes! So Rapunzel plays a part in this show. But they said it's a perfect blend of all the acrobatics and all the cool stuff about Cirque du Soleil incorporated with Disney, art and all the showmanship that they do. So I really, 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 I'm excited just seeing what I saw. I wish I could have taken a picture of the stage, but nobody has seen it yet, so I could not. But it's like a drawing table.
So one of the ones that they used to have at like Hollywood Studios where you could do the animation.
Oh, even bigger. Okay. And the whole stage that goes around in a square is like all like big pieces of paper. Oh. It was so interesting. Way more than I anticipated it to be. I usually don't like spoilers, so I don't.
Yeah, I'm shocked you told that much.
Because there's so much more to it. That just gives you a tiny bit of what it's about. And now, mind you, I did ask if I was allowed to talk about this, and they said yes. I just wasn't allowed to talk about it beforehand. But now it's fair game. So, yeah, it's going to be awesome. I really hope, if I'm this excited, I hope you guys get excited about it too, because
if this show's not good, you're in trouble.
I know. So when it opens to the public this spring, and if you guys are underwhelmed, I will apologize to you. But from what I've seen, it's going to be amazing. And I think, and they said, here's another fun fact. Like Lanuba ran for 19 years, and Lanuba, while a classic and staple at Disney Springs, they said was more like a date night type of a show. Drawn to Life is going to be something that each member of your family or your party or whoever is going to be able to watch and enjoy and take something away from it. And not family as in like it's a kids show. It is something because Disney is so timeless and there are no ages when it comes to Disney and fandom and the things that you love when it comes to Disney. The show creator said that, we're all kids anyway when it comes to Disney. So that is exactly what it's going to be like for the show. So it doesn't matter how old you are when you go see it, you're going to feel like a kid again and you're going to take something away from it. So I hope that I really sold it to you because they really sold it to me.
Did they talk about how much the ticket cost will be yet?
They did not. No. I know. I talked to the lady in charge of PR over there, and as soon as more information comes out, they will send it.
We'll send it to you. So tickets aren't on sale yet or anything yet? It hasn't dropped yet? Okay.
As far as I know, no. But just from seeing what I saw, I'm really excited for all of it.
And most likely she will write all that up and put it in a blog.
I have video of the Imagineer and the show creator of me talking with them. It didn't come out bad. I could probably put it on Facebook after the show, but it will come out. And then I also talked to the other collaborators. But I think the most you're going to find most interesting is the man who created the story. So I think that we'll put that one out. I wish I could have taken pictures of all of it, but it's set up just like before with the big circle, or circle stage, and then like the half circle of like the seating. There really is no bad seat in the house.
Right, and that's what Faith just asked if it's a stage show. Cirque is like show, and Cirque du Soleil shows are a stage show, but the stage is in the middle of the audience. So like Michelle said, the audience is almost like in a horseshoe pattern. Then the stage is the center of all that. So I've seen 3 of them, and every one of them will set up the exact same way. So
this is like there was a lot of people that were talking that had, and obviously the one guy I spoke with, he has been with the Cirque company for over 20 years, and he said that this is something completely revolutionary as far as the different type of shows that they do. Okay. That the fact that this is so Disney, it's Disney magic.
Yeah, there have all been. I think the only one I can think of right now that has a theme is the Beatles one they do in Las Vegas.
That's what I was thinking, and then we were talking also about there was the Michael Jackson one.
Oh, I forgot about the Michael Jackson one.
They said that so going in, you already are familiar with something. Okay. Like, and the same thing with the Beatles one. Like, your audience is already going to have something to attach to because it's something familiar. They use Michael Jackson as a example, because everybody knows Michael Jackson music. Right. So same thing with Disney. Like Disney fans know the movies, they know the characters, they know all of this already. So you're already going to have a little bit of a tug on your heart for the storyline because it's Disney characters.
And even the fan who's not a super Disney fan, they know Disney. So I mean, they will be able to go to this and they will be happy enjoying the show?
It is, to hear them speak with the amount of enthusiasm and the passion of what the storyline is, and how the main character of the story was a Disney animator.
Yeah.
And then to see the costumes that are actually paintbrushes. And then the stage is an art table. And you can see all the papers and stuff above. I can't imagine, but I did notice, because I'm observant, I was looking around the theater. And you could already see up at the top swings.
Oh.
Like there was swings, roped up.
Yeah, so they'll come down during the show and do the performance with the swings.
Yeah, I mean we didn't get to go on the swings or anything.
Well, then why'd you go?
So so sorry about that. Now wouldn't that have been something to talk about?
And what will the music be? Will it be traditional Disney or
it's going to be Disney music? No, I don't know. They did not say if there's an original score that is going to go with it. They were more or less talking about the costuming, the storyline, and how it's really going to bring drawn characters to life, hence the name Drawn to Life.
So I would assume it'd probably be a lot of the songs that go with those characters. Then I would get. That would be my guess from what you're saying. I don't know, but I'm sure there'll be something original. Disney always puts something original.
Yeah, I was so enthralled in what they were saying as far as the storyline goes. They never really talked music, but I have to imagine that this is something. Like I said, it was me and 3 other people that got to talk to these people. Now, this is not my usual group. We usually have like different groups that we go to media events with and different tiers and whatever. I don't really know how I got to do this, but I'm thankful. And I assume that there will be other media previews that I'll be able to give you more. This was just a first look. Nobody has been in there yet. But I did. So I'm so thankful. And I really hope you guys, take away a little bit of what I'm telling you tonight to get you excited for the show, because I think you're going to love it.
And the show better be good. They're all going to come in.
I know. I really sold the show to you.
They're going to be kicking down our ladder.
They said Disney characters, classic Disney characters, Disney princesses, just everything Disney. And the only reason they gave me a hint about Rapunzel was because of my phone case. So that's all I can tell you.
Well, it makes sense though. Like I said, she is the artist. That's part of her thing is drawing in the tower. So I'm sure that's part of the Drawn to Life.
I'm a bit excited, if you can't tell. I can't wait to go back again. I am hoping that we get another media preview, maybe get to actually see more of the show and things that I can actually take pictures of more to show you. But at least you guys got to see the costumes. So I couldn't show you the stage, because if I took a picture of the stage, then they'd probably never invite me back again. So
there's probably a good chance.
We want to keep Disney happy, so
yeah, we don't want that phone call. Take that down.
Yeah. Did you put something up that we told you not to? I didn't. And you know what? And I was good. I didn't even take a picture for myself to show him or anything. Nope. Nothing.
So I lose out.
So, but I'll tell you more about it later if you didn't get my description.
I couldn't tell you're excited about it.
Okay. So I just got home, so I didn't even tell him all this yet.
No, literally, she walked to the house and she started to talk to me. I'm like, we don't have time.
We don't have time. He's like, just go. I didn't eat anything yet. I was going to put my protein shake in my cup. I'm drinking water. I didn't even eat. I didn't have time.
No, she walked in the door and she had to get cleaned up and change and get in her seat. And
didn't even brush my frizzy hair. Just what you see is what you get. But it was still a good story, wasn't it? I mean, I hope you guys are excited, because I'm a little bit excited.
Well, you knocked out most of the show in 23 minutes.
I know. So, okay. So, yeah, Disney Springs, our show, 26th. And then the awesome Drawn to Life is coming. It's for Cirque du Soleil.
I've never seen her excited about something, except for the Tangled stuff on the cruise.
Oh, yes. Which was a year ago, thanks to Facebook Memories.
Yeah, we should be on it right now.
We were boarding the Magic for a media cruise for Marvel Day at Sea a year ago today.
Yes. Mine came up today. 5 years ago, we were at Hollywood Studios in front of the hat because it wasn't down there.
Oh, yes. Oh, gosh. I should have that, too. I saved a picture. Do you remember how people would stand, like, at Hollywood Studios, like, in front of the hat, so it made it look like you were wearing the
Same
hat?
way people take Spaceship Earth and try to act like they're holding it.
I've never done one of those, by the way. I've never done one of those.
We could do one next time.
But yeah, so that's what came up in my Facebook Memories today. My last picture wearing the hat. Aww, things change, you know.
So, okay, so are you ready to move on?
Okay, I guess.
Okay, we're gonna move on. So, when we got back, as Michelle said, we were in Michigan for Christmas, and we left there to get back in time because we were actually gonna meet Corey and his family at Epcot for New Year's Eve. We've never done Epcot for New Year's Eve. We did Magic Kingdom last year, so we decided, well, let's try Epcot this year. It sounds like fun. And
plus, when Corey Tucker invites you to go someplace, you have to go.
It's like if the Godfather calls, you go. You don't ask any questions. Corey's the boss.
Corey said we're going to go to Epcot, and that's exactly what we did.
So that's what we did. We got there, and actually, our friend DJ Elliott was there when we first walked in. So we got to talk to him for a few minutes. He's running a Silent Groove club type where you wear headphones and the music plays in the headphones, but everybody's dancing in the
I put a video of it up. Did you guys see it? Where you can you hear people singing, and it's everybody's dancing, but they have headphones on, and you don't know what they're dancing to.
And you don't know which one, because there's two different DJs. So it was Elliot and a friend of his were both DJing, and if they had green on, they were listening to one DJ. If they had the blue on, so you could switch your headphones to be whichever DJ you wanted to listen to. It was funny because while we were sitting there, though, wasn't it Cupid Shuffle?
Yeah, the Cupid Shuffle.
One played it, and the other one played it, so they were about 30 seconds off from each other. So the crowd.
So the line dancing was going in different directions depending on what color headphones you had.
Yeah, it was kind of funny.
Yeah, and mortifying if you think about it, because I was standing there taking video, and you know how it's almost like if you were singing in the car or singing in the shower, and you think nobody can hear you, but everybody can hear you.
Because we didn't have headphones. Elliot got us in so we could do video and record pictures and stuff like that, and then when we got in there, we got to listen and laugh because people were just belting out these tunes.
Oh yeah.
And they played. Was it Frozen or was it? It was one of the songs from which movie I can't remember, but they were just belting it out loud as could be. You see these 60-year-old men out there and they're singing the princess song.
Singing Let It Go.
And then you see these guys who look like they're really tough and everything, and they're singing Let It Go, and it's kind of
It was really interesting. But overall, Epcot on New Year's Eve is a madhouse.
It was a madhouse. We were actually backstage twice. When we went in, we got stopped by Elliot, and then we were trying to get around the world, which took forever. We finally got to where Corey and them were, but we hadn't eaten, so we decided we were going to walk around World Showcase. So we went to Italy first, which was a rave in itself. I mean, that was amazing. When you walked in there and they had the whole stage set up, and the music is really, if you don't like club music, don't go there.
But I love club music.
She loves club music, so it was perfect.
I could have stood at Italy all night long. It had lasers and smoke and techno music.
Smoke.
Had laser smoke. It was fantastic.
And the music was good. And we went past the stage, so we went to go get something to eat. And the music's not as strong.
We walked back to, because it was again, madhouse. So in the back of the Italy pavilion, they have the pizza window. So we just thought it would be easiest to go have a piece of pizza, but you had to walk around like the techno dance party to get to said pizza. But it was I thought it was really, really cool.
It was a really cool area. So we went in there, and then we continued around the world. We ended up in China. They had a dragon set up that breathed smoke, but then they had fire around
They
the
had
DJ.
pyrotechnics around the dance party in
which
China,
was really kind of cool. And then after that we continued, but then they kind of rerouted us to, if you want to go back to the Future World, they took you behind Mexico. So you kind of walked by where Donald does his meet and greet there.
Yeah.
You kind of went up that area, so we came up around Test Track. So we're backstage there, and then we got.
Also, what was interesting is they had a band on the stage at the American Gardens.
How about that one?
Pavilion, theater, whichever. And they were letting people go up on the stage and dance. So they had that. So they turned the stage at Epcot into like a dance party. So that looked kind of fun, but it looked really crowded.
It looked really crowded, so we weren't even going to attempt to go down there and try that.
But the techno parties, it's that kind of music that you feel it like in your chest. That is my favorite kind of music. I love it.
She's a raver.
I am like that. All that was missing was like glow sticks and like Jello shots.
We'll bring some next time. It was Epcot. There might have been Jello shots at Epcot. It was Epcot.
Oh my god! I can't believe I just said that.
I would be shocked if nobody didn't have Jello shots in the shape of Mickey heads.
I'm just embarrassed now. Okay. Not that I've been to parties with Jello shots and techno music.
Paula's on. Are you lying?
Oh, is Paula on?
Yeah.
Well, darn it. Okay. Anyway, so what else?
Moving along.
Do they have?
So it was great. So it was when we walked around World Showcase that we actually went back to see Elliot's show, and it was a lot of fun. And then we ended up trying to get back to where Corey was, because Corey had gotten a spot on the bridge between the UK and France to watch the fireworks that night. and he got it like 4 hours early. They had a friend with them and his daughter, and so they had this whole area like secluded off where nobody could get through. And it was funny because as the show got closer, people were trying to get closer to us, and so you had Big me, blocking the one side, like 4 people on the other side blocking that side because I can block one side by myself.
And let me tell you something, Corey takes his firework viewing very seriously because not only did they reserve a spot on the bridge like hours ahead of time, they brought blankets to make sure. Okay, now
they went and got food and brought it back in to-go containers.
That is some serious firework viewing. Now we left them to go get food and to go see Elliot, but then we ended up coming back. But it's so funny because it was so busy there. It was just so busy, which we expected. But like, okay, so poor cast members, bless them, because they have tape roped off for fireworks, and then on the holidays at any Disney park, there's always going to be cast members, which you usually don't see, with a sign, stay to the right or stay to the left, because they're trying to get two-way traffic going for crowd control.
And nobody going up the wrong side.
And they have, and they have the areas taped off, and a lot of people do not listen or pay attention to said cast members, and they're just trying to keep it orderly because it's so crowded. But like so Corey's blankets were in the tape, well within the tape. So I did a video, like not video, but like Facebook video chat with my parents, and I walked away from the taped area for a minute because it was so loud I could not hear. And so when I came back, there was enough room for me to sit in the tape because he had a big area blocked off. But shortly after, I had knees in my back, or feet in my back, someone kicking me, because we were right on the tape. And all these people start scooching up. Now, the cast members kept saying, if you're not in the tape, you can't stand there.
The best part was I was sitting on the ground, so they had no idea how tall I was at that point. So I had like little short people.
And so when we did stand up, I'm tall too, I'm 5'9", so it's like...
So I let the little kids get in front of me to watch it.
Yeah, so kids can see, but the people that were kicking me in my big behind, nah. You know what? Sorry. People don't have etiquette sometimes as far, or manners. Like if Corey, had blankets there for 5 hours, we're going to make sure we can see those.
And we got to fireworks. See Epcot for now. Forever.
So they started they played Epcot for now before.
You said it too.
Epcot forever. Before the actual midnight countdown, which was.
It was kind of cool. Actually, what she didn't mention is when we were walking around, actually, each country celebrates. They do a quick countdown in each country before it hits.
So like each country lights up, like as to who hit the New Year first. Right. And then when it gets to ours, they count it down, and then they shoot the fireworks up in the middle of the water. Yeah. But the finale fireworks were so bright, and so it was just it
reminded me of
crazy.
The Christmas ending they used to
the ending that they would do the end of Illuminations, the holiday ending. It was kind of like that, but even more. But
it was kind of cool that before they did the final one, though, there's like a 6-minute window between the end of Epcot Forever, and then the New Year's countdown for America. So they went around from country to country as that country came in first. So Japan went first, then China, and they went through all the countries that way. And ended, of course, with Canada and Mexico, and then the U.S. in the middle there. But when we were walking around World Showcase, we were actually in the U.K. We stopped in the U.K., and that's when actually the U.K. was going to New Year. Yeah. So while I was standing there, all the cast members came out in the middle of the street, and they did the 10, 9, 8 to count down at 7 o'clock our time, because it was midnight in the UK, and they all started dancing and singing and having fun. And they did that in every country at the time when that country went to the New Year. So it was really cool the way they do that, and never got to see that. So it was kind of cool to see that experience.
Yeah, and I think if you're gonna do, people say you're crazy to go to Disney for New Year's Eve, and I think you just have to go with the expectation that yes, it's going to be busy. Like bathroom waits. I think
they were bad that night.
I think I waited 20 minutes just to get into the bathroom. Like the lines were out the door.
You have to go there with the thoughts in your head. You're going to move slow through the crowd. You're not going to go on rides. You're not going to get food quick. You're not going to get anywhere where you want to be easily.
Well, the pizza window was relatively
quick. Yeah, that was pretty quick. I think everybody was at the raid. They probably didn't know there was pizza back there.
So we only waited, what, maybe 10 minutes in the pizza line?
Yeah, something like that. And
granted, we couldn't find a place to sit.
But they were cranking it out. The guys behind the counter, though, they were like shoving it out to the people if you walk up. They were trying to keep that, and they did a great job. Most of the lines for food didn't seem too long.
Yeah, some of them were long. But you got to remember, too, it was New Year's Eve, and a lot of the booths served alcohol and snacks and things like that. So, you know, you're going to... Of course, the line's going to be long. And
you have to go in there with that anticipation. It's going to be a wait. I need to try to stay calm, even if there's stupidity. Just try to, because there was a lot of it that night.
And you know, you got to remember, I just made an observation because I wanted a drink. It was New Year's Eve, and we're getting pizza. And I don't know what the normal price is for stuff, but I got a limoncello mule.
And she was teasing me. She goes, "I'm gonna buy that." I'm like, "I don't care." She's like, "Well, it's expensive." I said, "I don't care. Just get it. It's fine."
So, what would one think how big of a cup for an $18 cocktail would be? Just.
You remember those Dixie cups from your kid?
Dixie cup. You remember?
Jello shots are bigger.
Okay, so I ordered the limoncello mule, and $18 worth of a drink was about. Yeah.
I couldn't believe it when they handed me the glass, and I just started laughing. And I turned around to hand it to her, and she was like, "Are you kidding me?"
I'm like, "I am sorry. I shouldn't have got the $18 drink. I should have got the $13
Is that the chaser and the real?
Yeah, I know. Like, where's the rest of it? And it went down pretty quickly. And if you know how they talk about people drinking around the world, and about people getting like sloppy, whatever. Do you realize? Think about it for a second. Because I like to have a good time just as much as anybody else. However,
Jello shots and glow sticks.
Jello shots and glow sticks. This year's meetup is going to be a rave.
Michelle's birthday is February 13th. If anybody wants to mail her glow sticks.
No, please don't. Okay, so I had a point. My point was if you like to drink, and some people are going to celebrate a bachelorette party or a wedding or whatever, New Year's Eve, you're gonna spend a whole lot of money to get feeling happy at Epcot. Now, I know some people think you shouldn't, be tipsy at the park, and I'm with you, because, some people get carried away. However,
some people don't know how to control.
They don't know how to control themselves. However, that's expensive, and I love Disney. Disney, I love you. You are in my heart and soul, but I would not go drinking at Epcot it's just so expensive.
And I don't drink, so it works out good because then we're only buying one drink at each booth. But still, it still adds up.
I mean, my little tiny $18.
It had to be a 6 or 7 ounce. It wasn't even 8 ounces.
It was tiny.
It was so small.
It was tiny.
It was so tiny. I was in shock.
When I got it, I was like, "Oh shoot!"
If they put a full shot of any alcohol in there, I'd be shocked.
Yeah. I felt a little gypped afterwards. I felt a little bit like, ooh, I could have done. I
went to the store and bought a big bottle of something for $18.
Well, that's his thing, because he's like, you spend $18 on one drink, or I can get myself some Michigan wine for $6 a bottle.
Well, Michelle used to, because we'd go in Michigan. Our date night was go to the casino, because that's all there is to do in Michigan, casino and eat. So we go to the casino, and she'd always get a drink, and she'd always be, $7 for a glass of wine or whatever. But I'm like, but you can buy a whole bottle of it for this much. And then one day it all hit her like, wow, he's right. You can get more if you buy it and take it home than you can if you buy it here.
Well, yeah, but it's vacation for some. It was New Year's Eve.
And I do it with food and wine. I eat. So I eat. She drinks the wine. It works out good.
Not necessarily. See, I'm a picky eater, so that's where I have a problem. I don't like seafood. I don't like pork. I don't like, what else don't I like? I'm not big on beef, so unless they have chicken or...
She's good with all kinds of chicken.
Chicken, maybe some turkey, but it can't be dark meat. It has to be white meat. If there's a bone in it, I won't eat it.
And it's got to be super dry.
And really dry. Oh my God.
Yeah, you're not picky.
One would think I'd be really skinny with me saying that I don't eat half of any of that stuff. But so it's different because, I don't spend a lot on food at Epcot because I'm a picky eater. That's all I'm trying. That's where I'm going with this.
I have my staples I have to get, and that's
but if you're gonna get a souvenir cup for something, then that's a different thing.
But she didn't get a souvenir. It was literally like this little clear plastic.
It was so small. I'm looking around to see.
I know. I don't even think we had
I should have saved the cup put it in my bag for you to see it.
But it wasn't even one of those cups that you could really use again. It was really one of those cheap, clear plastic cups that if you squeeze it too hard, it cracks and breaks.
Oh yeah. Like so I'll admit, like I have kept some of the drinks cups before that are like the fancy, like in France, so they have the Grand Marnier slush and it has like, it looks like a martini glass. I've kept that before.
She has a little cup that's about this big that she got in 2008 on her honeymoon. It doesn't say Disney on it.
It is a castle or something, doesn't it?
I don't think it does. It's like a frosted cup. It's plastic, so it wouldn't shatter if it broke. But she's kept that for years and she still uses it every now and then.
When I have milk and Oreos, I will use that cup sometimes.
Which you can't right now.
I can't right now because we're dieting. It's a lifestyle change. It's not a diet. But yeah. Anyway, so there was not even a good souvenir cup for it.
No.
So, but New Year's Eve as a whole, I mean, we got to spend time with Corey and his family, which is always nice. It gave us something to do. It gave us something new to talk about, which is good. And I would do it again. So next year, maybe we'll try a different park. Next year, maybe we'll do Hollywood Studios.
I know Elliot was alluding to the fact that maybe we should go to Hollywood Studios next year.
Yeah, he said there may or may not be something fun going on at the studios next year.
And he said he may be there, so if he's there, we're definitely going there.
Yeah, we're totally going. And speaking of DJ Elliot,
I was gonna
oh, you go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, you go.
As you all know, TMSM Radio has been going on for over a year now. We had a meeting actually with DJ Elliot the other day. We got to sit down and talk with him outside of Epcot. We actually met him at Disney Springs. We meet everybody at Disney Springs.
We've been to the Springs a lot lately, evidently.
But we talked to Elliot, and he allowed us to take some of his mixes from different events. So Star Wars weekends, Frozen summer show, everything. He let us take some of the mix and add them to TMSM Radio. So right now, around noon and around 7 every day is his Disney Dreamers mix. Which we're going to put more on there, but that's just the one there. It might not start right at noon, it might not start right at 7, because the way the system works is it finishes playing whatever the current song is. So if the song started at 11:59 as a 10-minute song, his will start at 12:09. But it will be coming, and it will sometime in the 12 o'clock hour till about 1, and then again at 7 till almost 8 o'clock.
It's like Disney techno music minus glow sticks.
It really is. He took a lot of cool Disney afternoon shows, theme music, and a lot of different ride music, and put it all together with some glow sticks and some jello shots, and put it all together, and it's really good mixes. So that one's there, but we've also downloaded some of his Star Wars Weekends ones, Villains Ever After, or Villains Unleashed party. We have.
Do you remember that Trainwreck Villains Unleashed that they did one time in 2014, and it was so bad they never did it again? Do you remember that?
Well, we have all 5 of his sets.
We have the music from that.
Yes, we do. And plus, we have some really cool music that a lot of people probably have not heard.
Music from Star Wars Weekends when he was DJ Lobot. He gave us that. Star Wars Celebration last year. He gave us music for that. So we have a lot of his Disney mixes and stuff that you might even have heard
right.
when he's been playing on property. But we have that now. So we're really appreciative to DJ Elliot for letting us use it. And also we were thinking about, right now he's got one mix playing and you're gonna switch it up, maybe.
Yeah, we're gonna switch. That's why I haven't got any more out there yet. I'm trying to figure out the schedule because I have to go through and I actually have to schedule every hour of every day on the station. So it's easier if I just have the same music playing on a rotation. But we actually do want to go through and we want to set up Elliot. So like his
maybe on the weekends.
I was Fridays thinking. On Fridays for Star Wars, maybe.
Friday nights and Saturday nights should be DJ Elliot dance parties on TMSM Radio. I would totally be down for that. I don't know if you guys would, but it's the weekend. I'm supposed to have a little fun. Just
and an $18 drink.
You can listen to DJ Elliot just like New Year's Eve at Epcot minus the $18 drinks. You know what you could buy for $18 as far as that's, you know what, sidebar. That's the thing. If you're gonna spend $18, let's think about what you could buy for $18. Like you could get, like, you know how big cupcakes are? Let's talk food. You know how big cupcakes are at Disney? Like big old cupcakes. Like the Arendelle Aqua ones have Nutella inside. Now, I would rather spend $6 on a cupcake that I can split probably with both my kids.
We're gonna get a $6 cupcake at Disney.
It was only like $6 back in Sunshine Seasons.
Oh, yeah. Cupcakes. Apples.
Cupcakes.
Remember when we saw the apple in Michigan?
Yes.
We went to Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory in Michigan. We celebrate our anniversary when we're in Michigan at Christmas time every year. And we go to a place called Frankenmuth, which if you're not familiar with it,
Christmas store.
Google it, and it's a really cool town. But we always go there, and there's Birch Run Shopping, which is Prime Outlets shopping up there, and they have the Rocky Mountain. So we go in there, always get a snack, and we were in there this time, and Michelle was looking at the apples. She wanted one of their apples, and they were like $6 a piece. I'm like, at Disney, this is like $15. I'm like, give me 3 of them, because it's the same price.
It's amazing. That's one thing. We're going to jump again. Let's go jump back to Michigan. The Michigan versus Florida ratio as far as pricing. Jack, stop it. Sorry. When it comes to food, like he said, it's like $14 for a caramel apple at Disney, but we spent $6 in
a cheesecake apple.
It was a cheesecake apple.
Cheesecake caramel apple. It was
really good. Had like graham cracker crust stuff around it. It was so good. But that same kind of apple would have been double.
That's why I was devastated by the price for food the other night, because I'm back into Michigan mode.
Yeah.
Because we went to Michigan and everything is so cheap to eat there compared to what we paid for it here. So the other night we went out with Cindy and her family to the studios and got to see the last night of Christmas and things like that there.
Yes.
And we went to Backlot to eat dinner, and the boys got burgers, I got chicken nuggets, and she got hummus, and we each got a drink, and it was like $64 a night.
For hummus.
I think my jaw hit the floor.
He was disgruntled because you guys, we've talked Michigan food before, I believe. It's been almost 2 years of this show. Coney Island restaurants. You can go to the Coney Island, not the same thing like on the Jersey Shore or whatever that is. It's a restaurant that serves pita sandwiches and hot dogs with chili and chili fries and cheese fries and all these things. Now, we all could go.
We did. We actually.
With my parents,
the 4 of us, her mom and dad, and the whole bill was cheaper than going to Chick-fil-A here for 4 of us.
Yes. It is. It's shocking, the difference. So when we went to Backlot and, the kids got burgers and I wasn't even trying to be healthy yet. But they had this little hummus plate, and I like hummus. It was like these little tiny pitas.
You didn't eat it all.
Because I ran out of pita bread and salad. So they had like lettuce. There was like a little tiny scoop of lettuce like this. And then 2 scoops of different kind of hummus and like 4 of those mini pitas, maybe. $10. And
then another 4 for a drink.
Another 4 for a drink. So, expensive.
Yeah, I was kind of devastated on that because we can go to a sit down and pay almost the same amount. We actually did that. We proved it at Epcot. We went to Electric Umbrella one time, the 4 of us, and it was like $60-some. Then we went to Viennapoli and we got the big pizza and bread and drinks, and it was $10 cheaper than what it cost at the Electric Umbrella for hamburgers.
In Viennapoli, you're getting a sit down, a nice atmosphere, really good pizza. So I think you have to factor it out
and time. Some people don't have time to sit down and eat because they want to. If you're here and you have one day at every park, do you want to spend 45 minutes to an hour eating?
That's true.
Or do you want to run into the Electric Umbrella, eat burgers and chicken really quick, and get back to doing what you're there for?
Well, some of the walk-ups aren't bad. I have my favorite things at various walk-ups.
I like Pecos Bills because they have the fixings bar.
The fixings bar.
So you can turn anything into 3 times the size it was when they handed it to you.
Not to mention, the kids like Backlot because there's free refills of, they can go refill their Coke or whatever.
And there is a commissary now we saw as we walked through
the commissary has the refills thing, which is great because they have an excellent Mediterranean chicken salad there with hummus, but you get grilled chicken, lettuce, hummus, and bread, and that's like $10. Way more worth it. We should have went to the commissary.
I'm agreeing.
But anyway.
Next time.
So, I don't even know how we got to food.
I have no idea, but I just, listening to all this, I remember, did I ever upload I did Sunset Seasons Greetings. Put that up on the YouTube or Facebook, the YouTube video.
Jack! Sorry.
Stop.
Miss Ava Jack's here. Miss Ava is with Andrew upstairs.
Ava's been sequestered upstairs.
Ava's sequestered because she can't behave.
Michelle's right. That's why she brings food. Because I see a lot of people doing that now. Bringing food in with them, or at least bring snacks and something just to tide you over. Or maybe, I know what we used to do is we'd stop on the way to the park and get McDonald's or something. Not the best choice, but we'd get McDonald's, and then once we got to the park, if we wanted a snack or something later, it actually worked out pretty good.
And that's the thing. I before we wrap up too, because we were talking about lifestyle changes. This would be a good topic also, which I think I've written about it before. But if you are looking to maintain somewhat healthy eating at Disney, there are ways to do it. There are ways to do it. You know, like I said, I really think that the Mediterranean chicken salad at the commissary is one of the best salads on property. And then if you go to the Electric Umbrella, they have like their health food salad or superfood salad or something along those lines. Basically, it's salad with like feta cheese, like a vinaigrette and grilled chicken. That is really good too.
But here's my justification. You're at Disney. You're going to walk 5,000 miles in 2 days. You can eat chicken nuggets and a burger.
But if you're a local, like we are, and we go over there for
you
whatever.
You only walk 2,000 miles a day.
No, but what I'm saying is that if you live 15 minutes away from Disney World like we do, and we're trying to behave, then, you know, there are options that you can have.
She's the one having a problem with the diet. I'm not.
It's been 8 hours.
I know. You started out like we're disgruntled.
It puts you in a bad mood when you're not eating your chocolate. And that is the bad thing about the holidays, is like it's on when it's holidays, like, you know, Christmas cookies and candy and junk and carbs and...
Trust me, right behind the camera is a whole big bin of junk. And it's been driving me nuts because I've walked past that thing about 87 times today and not grabbed a Reese's Pieces cup or anything like that. So it's been.
There are Reese's cups within my eye.
I can see 50 of them right now.
I see them right there.
With combos and Hershey Kisses.
But we can't have them now, can we?
That sucks.
No. So when we go to Disney, we can't have any of those.
Well, it's only Monday. I figure by Thursday I'll probably be off the diet and back to eating stuff.
Oh my gosh, that's terrible.
So I can't throw it all away because I'll miss it.
We did go to the gym today, though, so there's that.
We're going back tomorrow morning.
Yeah, and if we go to the parks more often, that's good walking too.
Then we'll go to the gym Wednesday after we leave the radio station.
That's right, I got radio station on Wednesday.
Which I guess you're going to talk to him about Cirque du Soleil.
I'm going to have to message him and see if he wants to talk about Cirque. I don't know.
See, Shane agrees with me.
What does Shane agree with?
I knew I liked Shane for a reason.
What, that he's going to be off his diet by Thursday? Or that you don't?
It could be that, or it could be the 5,000 miles at the parks, or whatever. Hey, if I do 2 good days, and then I lean back for 2.
That's not how it works. You can't do that. You don't have 2 good days and then you have 2 bad days and they counter themselves out. Yes?
That's like people who say I had Diet Coke and a cupcake. They cancel each other out. No.
Diet Coke and a cupcake. No, both of that sounds very good right now. So when we shut this off, I'm probably going to have plain grilled chicken and hummus and maybe a protein shake.
I'll make some broccoli and rice.
I know y'all are jealous.
Okay, well, let's go through our screens because we're having so much fun now.
Okay, so we will wrap it up. Oh, we're going to have a giveaway too, so.
But you want to do that now or you want to do it after the screens?
You have to listen to Scott's whole song and dance and then we'll tell you about it.
I'll try to go through it pretty quickly for you all.
He takes forever, but go ahead.
The first one, TMSM LOL, live on location. As Michelle was saying, our next show is January 26th at Maria and Enzo's in Disney Springs.
Disney Springs!
Go to the MainStreetMouse.com's website, and there is a banner on the right-hand side, second one down, that's got the logo that you'll see up on your screen right now. Click on that logo, it'll take you to Eventbrite, and you can order your tickets right now. Tickets are a small charge of $5 plus processing fees. It gets you a raffle ticket for the prize of the month, and you can also buy extra raffle tickets once you get there.
Because the prizes are good.
They are good. Panda's paying for all of it this month. And if anybody needs Panda to drive them home, he'll be glad to do it that night. Because he's not watching. So before we go live every week, we send out the text message. This week I was like 2 minutes late, but I did go out. But you can sign up to get text alerts when we go live with TMSM Weekly Live. Just text the word TMSMLIVE to 94253, and you'll be added to our list. And then each week, about 5 minutes before the show, I will send out a text alert just to let you know the show's getting ready to start and give you the link to the Facebook page right there. TMSM Radio, we were talking about this a few minutes ago that we've added DJ Elliott's playlist to the, and we're going to add a lot more to the rotation there. If you haven't gotten it, please go to the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store and just do a search for TMSM Radio and download it to your smart device. It's completely free for you, 100%, doesn't cost you anything, thanks to Kingdom Strollers, they're the official sponsor of TMSM Radio, and they take care of all the fees to make sure that keeps running for everybody out there. Next up is our TMSM Coffee, or Spectral Churro. We partnered with Coffee Shop of Horrors on this, and you can order it today at tmsm.shop/coffee. And just please keep in mind that a portion of the proceeds does go back to Give Kids the World, which is a wonderful charity, and we do like helping them. So please go out there, check out the coffee. If you haven't tried it yet, give it a try. Everybody says they love it. I have not heard one person say they didn't like it yet.
It's good stuff.
Somebody else will probably pop up and say I hated it. Last but not least, MEI-Travel Mouse Fan Travel, our official travel partner, Becky Macon, and her team over there take care of you guys. If you guys need any travel booked for anything, Disney or non-Disney, they will help you out.
Free of charge.
Free of charge, 100% free. It doesn't cost you anything to have them help you plan your vacation, your dinners, your fast passes, everything. Just go to the website again, mainstreetmouse.com, and click any of her banners. That'll take you to her website where you can fill out a little form. The form will go to one of her agents, and then that agent will contact you about planning your next vacation. And Becky's people are great, so don't worry about going there and thinking you're gonna hate talking to these people or anything like that. They are wonderful. I don't like talking to people, but I will talk to these people because actually they're planning the greatest vacations on earth. So that's why you gotta talk to them.
You're funny. Don't feel like you're gonna hate talking to these people.
I've had no food today. I'm starving. So okay, our social media. You can follow the Main Street Mouse on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at the Main Street Mouse. On YouTube, make sure you click the bell to get alerts. That when we do post a new video over there, you will be notified of it. We're trying to post more of the videos on Facebook now too, so keep an eye out over there as we're posting videos there all the time. Facebook has been really rough on us for about the last 2.5 weeks getting stuff out. So any shares are appreciated, you guys. With anything we put out, if you could just please help spread the word. We're just trying to keep people seeing what we're doing.
Yes.
And also on Twitter, you can follow us at Main Street Mouse. There, all our blogs and everything go out to Twitter and Facebook when they're published, and then you can hit the link to go back to the site to read it there. You can also follow Michelle and myself on Instagram. Michelle's at Michelle M Atwood. That's Michelle with 1L, M Atwood, and myself TMSM Avenger on Instagram, and we do post out there. Michelle posts daily. I'm trying to start posting. I started my 3D printing, and I'm starting to post more with that stuff as much as I can. Can I show my little 3D print?
Okay, you better hurry up. People are gonna think.
I printed this the other day. This is really cool. This is the Mandalorian skull. If you have not seen it, if you have not watched the Mandalorian show, I printed this. I love it. I think it came out really good. I'm gonna clean it all up, and then Michelle's actually gonna paint it for me. She's a better painter than I am. And we're going to see if we can get this done, but I like the way it turned out. It's really cool.
Yes, this is his new little project, his 3D printer.
I printed the Rocketeer's helmet today, yesterday. It's a miniature version of it, but it's pretty cool.
He was trying to make it big enough to fit somebody's head, but it didn't come out that big, but it's still really a nice collector's piece.
It is, and I actually didn't measure it right when I put it in there, but I got that fixed, so we'll have to worry about that in the future.
Okay, anyway, so our prize this week is something little but something special because, as I told you last week, we were waiting on my new book, How Many Sleeps Till Disneyland?
3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago. It is doing decent. People like it so far.
Again, Facebook is suppressing it from
And
getting
of course,
out to people.
Facebook is not showing it to anybody. So if you did not know, my new book is out. And the illustrations that Scott did are even better this time, and so far so good. Signed copies went out this week. They did not come in time before we left for the holidays, but we do have them in stock now. And if you would like a signed copy, if you want, of How Many Sleeps Till Disneyland, just comment hashtag Disneyland and the city and state that you are watching us from. And you can do that on our YouTube link as well. And next week we will announce a winner of who gets a signed copy of the brand new book, How Many Sleeps Till Disneyland. And if you are not a Disneyland person, then you are in luck because this book also talks about Walt Disney World and the differences between the two. So it is like kind of equal opportunity for Disney fans on both coasts.
And if you're new to all this, we also have How Many Sleeps Till Disney, which is the Disney World book.
Yes.
We also have that one that came out
this is the
just over a
second
year
one.
ago. So this is part 2 of that. It's not part 2, but it's just the second part of the series. Judy, I already did Baby Yoda actually. I printed out Baby Yoda. It turned out really good. People liked it a lot. So maybe next week I'll have that out here because I have a bigger one that we're going to paint. So I'll bring that over here.
And you can also, as far as books go, somehow, some way, this book also got on the Books A Million's website. Now, Books A Million is like Barnes and Noble, but it's Books A Million.
Yeah, so
they picked up both of my books, my children's books, which is really, I don't know how, but it's great.
And it's weird because the first book she did, Moving to Main Street USA, we did it through a publisher, and nobody's picked that one up. but
it's done really well.
But the 2 we self-published, have both been picked up by...
The children's books are on Books A Million. Or you can go to Amazon and get any of my 3 books. And I'm working on something else totally different for hopefully the first part of this year, so stay tuned.
It's made with glow sticks and jello shots.
It's called Disney with Glow Sticks and Jello Shots. You heard it here first.
That's the title. I'm going to make up a cover for it tonight.
Disney Rave.
I had other work to do, but that's now my job is to make the cover for that book. As we get Michelle with her little drink about this big. And glow sticks.
No. Well, anyway, so we're really glad to be back. I hope you guys enjoyed the first show of the year. We have all kinds of wonderful things planned for 2020. I hope you stick around and enjoy the ride with us, because we're always trying to think of new and fun things to do to keep our viewers, readers, you guys happy and coming back for more, and that's the whole goal.
Yep. So. And we should have some more information pretty soon about our yearly meetup. So once we have that out there, so you guys can make your arrangements if you plan to attend this year. It should be really good this year. We're really amping it up a lot this year compared to what we've done in the past.
I'm going to cut you off. And it is our 10-year anniversary this year. So maybe, can you believe that? Main Street Mouse was started.
Not our 10 years, Main Street Mouse.
Yeah, Main Street. We've been together longer. But our anniversary with all of you, we started the Main Street Mouse 10 years ago this spring. Mm-hmm. So we're going to try to come up with something to coincide with that as well. So stay tuned.
Maybe that's why we were talking to Elliot.
Maybe it was why we were talking to Elliot.
I don't know. We'll see.
Stay tuned. So thank you guys so much. We're not saying anything.
Just give you guys little hints out there, throw it out there.
So we appreciate you tuning in. Happy New Year, everybody.
Yes.
And guess that's it.
That's it. Happy New Year, guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you guys next Monday.
See you next Monday. Have a great week.
Bye.
Bye.